Hi, South Africa. My name is Earl, and what an amazing country we live in. So much to talk about, some hair-raising stuff, some stuff to laugh about. And yes, of course, I know South Africans, we always have the ability to laugh at our own mistakes. But let me just go through from a layman's point of view. Remember, I'm not a political analyst. I don't necessarily have the credentials to speak on these subject matters, but I believe as a South African, I have the right to maybe voice my concerns. That's why we vote. You know, these things happen. So let's talk about what's been happening in South Africa over the last few weeks and days. The elections have come and gone, and we've seen arch enemies, the economic freedom fighters, forming an unofficial collective voting agreement with their previously arch enemy number one, white monopoly capital, the Democratic Alliance. Wow, politics, what an amazing thing. Well, they've done this simply because, according to them, they consider the DA to be a better devil than the ANC, and I suppose they would make that mention because to them, the ANC are the betrayers of the liberation movement and the betrayers of the People's Contract, the Freedom Charter. We know that their 7 key pillars is formed around the content of the Freedom Charter, and obviously the ANC has come to the realization that what may have been something to strive towards during the formation of the Freedom Charter is not as easy implementable in modern day South Africa. Other reasons why they may have decided to go this route, or what they've publicly declared themselves, is because they think that the ANC are kleptomanias. They're stealing the government purses empty with corruption. Things like the Guptas, Nkandla, all these things that we talk about on a daily basis in South Africa. So big ups to the EFF, kingmakers during these elections. I'm looking forward to the many challenges their new partners will be having when they start debating some important issues in the metros where they have supported them to actually win over those metros from the ANC. Well, the DA, big ups to them. They've won the promised highly contested metros, Nelson Mandela Bay, Tshwane, and the 54 billion rand Johannesburg Metro, the economic hub of the country. So yes, Musi Maimane, take a pat on the back. You've done well. I've been very critical over you as a leader because I felt that you were maybe a bit politically naive. But it seems like you've proven me wrong. You've got the metros. Well done. But politics, what a strange thing. It has been alleged that Herman Mashaba, who has during his campaigning said that the DA will do away with e-tolls in Gauteng, is within 1 week, ladies and gentlemen, 1 week in power, reneged on that promise, citing that e-tolls are not within his portfolio of influence, that he can't do anything about the e-tolls. And that politics for you. I think if you voted for them, accept it. We know that politicians make promises that they won't necessarily keep, and yet we voted, and at least your money is in good hands. My concern with the DA in Nelson Mandela Bay, in Cape Town, Tshwane, and in Gauteng, please, this is my request. Move into those colored townships. Don't be scared of the gangs. Show us that you have the political prowess to bring about change for colored people. Drugs is killing our people. Unemployment is rough. Unemployment is rife in those areas. We really need some political urgency to take place within colored communities. After all, they make up quite a substantial amount of your loyal voters. So DA, you've got some work cut out, and we'll be watching you on that. Then, of course, it's interesting to note that due to a loss of these metros, some senior ANC politicians are now starting to speak out. They're starting to look for somebody to blame. They are unhappy that of all registered voters in this country, only 56% came out to vote. And even though they've won more municipalities than any other political party, they have certainly lost the most important ones. And this is making some eyebrows rise within the DA, within the ANC, and people are not happy about this. So people are speaking out, and yeah, let's hope that this change will come about soon. There's talks and calls for an early elective conference for the ANC. We know the conference is only due in December 2017, but does the ANC really want to experience another Polokwane? Polokwane was extremely hostile. It saw the removal of Thabo Mbeki and the emergence of Jacob Zuma as president. So let's hope that whilst this is an important and urgent situation that needs to be addressed within the ANC, that we will see no bloodshed. No political bloodshed and neither loss of lives like we're currently seeing in Changa, in Natal, with even now the DA concerned about the safety of their councillors in certain of these highly contested metros. The one thing that South Africa can ill afford now is an unstable political environment. So let's hope we won't get to that. Then let's talk about Mr. Zuma. Obviously, in any corporate organization, if a company shareholding lost so much value as the ANC has over the last few days and week, in the corporate environment, that CEO would not have seen the light of day. That CEO would have been unemployed as of the day that the elections were finally, the election results were finally announced. But Zuma, he's a maverick. He is a hero unto his own. He just knows how to get around these things. Why am I saying this? Shame. Who do we go to? We go to Pravin. Pravin, what did you do at SARS? So all of a sudden, the attention of the Hawks has now moved back to Pravin Gordhan. He's been called in for questioning, which is obviously, we all know now, it's public knowledge. He's refused to attend. And that is what I want to talk about. I'm somewhat disappointed in that. I'm aware that most of the public says, but it is a witch hunt. We know that they're trying to capture the stake. They're trying to avert attention from Zuma. And now they're gunning for the best person to change and take focus away from Zuma. I'm saying Mr. Gordhan had an obligation to actually attend the session with the Hawks, and he could have proven that he's got nothing to hide. He could have gone there, underwent the questioning, taken his legal team with him. It could even have been televised if he was concerned about being victimized or his safety. But for me, it's about the fact that he has disobeyed a process of the law. None of us, no citizen is above the law. We should attend all these things and then obviously have an opportunity to state our case and to prove our innocence. So I'm somewhat disappointed, but I will remain steadfast that I also agree it's a witch hunt, even though I'm a bit disappointed. Then let's talk quickly just about the sporting front. So Nat Viljoen, you are my loser of this whole month. We've had such an experience in Rio. We've broken a world record. Caster Semenya has got gold. We've brought back the 10 medals that you intended to go and fetch, and you have to spoil the party. What a party pooper you are. The question I want to ask is, as an athlete, when you decide to partake in a specific sport, who do you do it for? My view is, first of all, I do it for myself. I want to be the best sprinter. I want to be the best rugby player. I want to be the best soccer player. I want to. And then because you are good, you get recognition from a country, and then you get to represent the country. And when you represent the country with everything you have. You don't go onto a platform, a social media platform, while you're in another country and then talk bad about the country. Sort out this mess behind the scenes. We don't want to hear about it. All we want to see is you being successful. Fortunately for you, you've now been paid or you've received some of the promised remuneration. I'm just hoping that in future, you will not embarrass our country in the manner that you did. My name is Earl. Please share your comments with me, and I'll be sure to answer them via the comment section of my Facebook post. And if this works, hopefully this is something I can do more. Tell me if you like it. And by the way, go and like my YouTube channel, Earl Smiles. Bye.